Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday. You know what that means. It is a great day to be alive on a Thursday night here, right here in Cochise County, Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is time for Cochise County Veteran-Owned Business Thursday at 5 with me, Erik. I don't really got nothing this week. I've been busy, and it's hot, and it's rainy, and, the tornado watch that they had yesterday, it was like the Los Angeles Dodgers playing the Cubs. I was expecting, had great expectations, but they didn't deliver. Sorry. Nice sweep. Sweep you later. Ziba. What's going on, everyone? I hope everybody's been having a great week. I've been having a good one, like I said. But I've got a special guest. I got another first timer in here. We've been doing pretty good this year, 2026. People all of a sudden are like going, yeah, let's go ahead, check this out. Let's give it a shot. He may look familiar. If you've been watching Thunder Mountain Wrestling, you may know this individual to my left, your right. The Sultan of the Suplex. I read that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let him introduce himself because doing it would be an injustice. So by all means, go ahead.
I am the former Thunder Mountain Wrestling Tag Team Champion. I am the Butcher MacReady.
MacReady. Okay. And actually, for a while, I said MacReady.
Yeah.
Well, we know who you are. You have been around a couple times. Seen you, as a matter of fact, the last time I saw you recently was over at Eifler Gym.
That's right. Yep. That was our biggest show we've ever done.
That was
Thunder Mountain.
A lot of people were
just south of 750, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
We had crammed into Eifler right on Fort Huachuca.
Very amazing show. Liked it. And I think it was the first Thunder Mountain Wrestling I went to. I've been following them in the past. And I was like, I got to get to Morty's. Unfortunately, I can't make the next one. We'll talk about that in a little bit because I'm going to be out of town. But like I said, I've been following. I like it. I like the program. I like the people that you have out there. And nice little surprises here and there, too.
All right, got to keep them guessing.
Always got to keep them guessing. So, if I am not mistaken, you are from the Midwest.
That's right. Born and raised in southern Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Little town called Johnson City. Maybe about 3,000 or so folks.
Oh, wow, that is small.
So pretty small. But my mom did join the Air Force when I was young, so I did travel around a little bit.
Okay.
Lived in Texas and Germany, but still mostly Illinois.
Right.
Went to college in Illinois, Southern Illinois University, there in Carbondale, Illinois.
Okay.
Didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was working as a butcher, and then around 2013, I decided to join the Army.
Okay. When you came to the Army, what did you come in as?
I was originally a Cav Scout.
Okay.
Did OCS, served in the 82nd Airborne Division for about 4 years. Went to Afghanistan with them. Came back, transitioned over to military intelligence, which is what I'm still doing. So I came out to Fort Huachuca the first time back in 2019. From there, went off to Korea, did a stint there for about a year.
Second idea area?
No, I was actually up in Yongsan.
Oh,
so
it's still open?
It's barely
open.
So when I got there the month they closed the hospital on Yongsan.
Oh, okay.
And a few months later, they closed the exchange. And by the time I left, we had about half a commissary. And so it was very small, like a couple hundred folks as opposed to 20,000 that they had years ago.
But I bet that hotel's still running.
Yeah, Dragon Hill Lodge is
Dragon Hill's still like a champ.
Running fine. Yeah. In fact, they usually have a lot of good deals for folks who can get there.
Oh, I bet.
It's not bad. Still a good stay right in the heart of Seoul.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I left Korea, I went off to Alaska for 3 years. I was in 425 before they deactivated and transitioned into the 2nd Airborne Division, the 11th Airborne Division. So I got about, of my 13 years, 8 to 10 of them have all been in airborne brigade combat teams. So that's been nice and fun. And then when I finished up company command time up there, came down to back to beautiful Fort Huachuca.
Yeah.
I've been working there ever since.
Okay. So yeah, you got quite a bit of time. 13 years, along with being a dependent, with your mom going around all different places. So you've got more than your fair share. You've pretty much, I guess it would be fair to say, Air Force brat. Like we have Army brat for our dependents when they're
close to it.
I don't know what the Air Force would say it is.
I think they use the same term.
Okay.
But the weird thing there is the only time while I was an Air Force dependent that I lived more than an hour away from where I was born was 3 years in Texas and then 2 years in Germany. So while I did still get to kind of travel around and go different places, especially while I was living in Germany, I didn't really bounce around as much.
When you was in Germany, was it Ramsteinstay or Spengdahlem or
right outside Spengdahlem?
Okay.
And,
yes.
Which is another place that is deactivated. Everywhere I go, they shut it down. Yeah. The Cav squadron I was in the 82nd is deactivated. The Cav squadron I was in Alaska is deactivated.
When I
shut places down.
You know, at the first time we was in there in the 90s, we shut down. I just remember there was a couple of them we shut down, but they were like smaller, like little satellite ones.
Yeah, they were still doing that when I was there in high school, and then when I didn't go back until we did an exercise in 2016. 82nd, we went over and did some airborne operations with some European partners, and there's a lot fewer even from.
Because we closed down Heidelberg before I retired out in 2013, but we didn't close them. We closed out those barracks. They moved to Wiesbaden, but like everything's just closing down.
Wiesbaden was standing up. Pretty much when I was there.
Because at first it was Rhein-Main, and then they closed that, but then they went to Wiesbaden, stood up.
That's actually where my mom, whose dad was Army.
Okay.
So we've done it for generations now.
Cool.
She went to high school at H.H. Arnold High School in Wiesbaden.
All right.
So she was there for the start of her high school years in Germany, and I was there for the end of my high school years in Germany.
I always told my sons, like, I don't know how they'll ever do your 20 or 25-year reunion.
Actually, my 20-year high school reunion is, I think, later this month.
Okay. Oh, so they're able to put that together?
I think they're doing it somewhere in Texas or something like
that.
Because the base doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So I think the building is still standing, but I don't know if it's occupied.
It's a shell. I know what they did to Mannheim when they closed it down. They beautified it. They made it better than what it was, turned it back over to the German government, made it low-income housing for people who just needed it. So we saw that when we came back to Heidelberg and saw what they did to Mannheim. But things are changing.
Yeah.
So you're around here. What first introduced you to Thunder Mountain Wrestling?
Well, I think I'd been here. I got here in fall of 2023, and I think Thunder Mountain did their first show early 24, March or February or something like that.
So that's when they stood up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it was one of those things just kind of popped up. My wife told me about it and said, hey, there's local wrestling. And so I think I was TDY for their first show I was out in California at NTC and Camp Pendleton for a month or so. And then I think I had another exercise going on for either their second or third show. I don't think we actually got to see a show until they had already been going a few months. It might have been like May or even June or something like that. And we finally went and saw a show, and I was very pleasantly surprised for what you hear about indie wrestling and things like that, and expecting you know just a bunch of fat guys bumping into each other, and it ended up being like, hey, this is actually good wrestling, and it's not just folks doing just, hey, look what I can do. It's like people are actually in the ring putting together some
putting a very good show. Yeah. I mean, and like
that was from the get go. Yeah.
And like you said, for Eifler Gym, like plenty of surprises. It's like if anybody was there when the Colonel got in.
Yeah.
That was like, I didn't expect that. That was pretty good. It's like going, wow, they're actually gonna let us in there. Okay, cool. Well, he's handling himself. There you go, sir. Go and get it.
Oh yeah, he did a great job, man. He handled himself really well. Yeah. Yeah, he's probably the biggest proponent of getting us on base and doing a show on there.
That's outstanding.
Absolutely great for especially all those folks that are on base for training.
Yes, nice little break, get away, get some.
They don't really have the same freedoms as everybody. You go to college, you go to tech school, you go to high school, whatever. You can still kind of do whatever you want, but
when you're in the military, going through AIT, and you have to go through different phases, and when you get to that phase, or a special thing just comes up, like going, all right, who wants to go? You go over there, do this, you go have some fun, but then you come back. Yeah, it's a very nice little getaway. Yeah, something that can be a big culture shock for folks. Like, you can't even wear civilian clothes for a while. You can't go off base whenever you want to. You can't. You are here, and you're here to learn, and this is what you're going to do. So having something like that, that's not just I'm going to sit in my room and, waste away until I can leave. And even these days now, it's like before, give or take 30 years ago, you're going in there, you're just moving around a lot, and then you're sitting there, but you're not exactly, lack of a better, having the same type of emotions or mentality or whatever, where if somebody's sitting there now things with social media and other things adding into play, and it really plays with the person's mental states. To actually go out there and see something and just experience, like, yes, I like this is great, going, good, you're almost there. I know our careers are separated by time a little bit, but I know if I want to get in contact with somebody, I'm writing them a letter. Right. That's versus not, hey, I do have instant this and that to be able to get a hold of somebody. So even then it's a little more so. But yes, we were so happy going, you get 10 minutes of phone privilege. For the whole company. For the whole, they're make it quick. When you saw your first show in 24, but was that the first time you were introduced to wrestling, or was you a fanatic well beforehand? Or I go back to the 1980s. Okay, easily. It's one of those when you talk to a lot of wrestling fans or wrestlers or anybody that just enjoys the wrestling business to some extent, they have, hey, there was this match, or there was this wrestler that I saw, and that's how I became a fan. I don't have that. It's just kind of always been. Right. I don't have any memory of, I remember watching so-and-so do this, and I'm like, I want to do that. It was, hey, that Macho Man Randy Savage is pretty good. Yeah. And he was probably my first, I don't remember becoming a Macho Man fan. I remember becoming a fan of The Undertaker. Right. Becoming a fan of Bret Hart. I don't remember becoming a Macho Man fan. I don't remember. I like $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. I kind of like the bad guys more. So even as a 2-year-old, I liked the bad guys a little more. My brother liked Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. I liked Macho Man and $1 Million Man. Yeah. But I don't remember becoming a fan of those guys. It was always just, I'm going to climb to the top of the bunk bed and do an elbow drop. I was a Piper guy myself. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I was, even when he was at his worst, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think I ever disliked Piper. It was, I know I was supposed to, like looking back, it's like, I think I
Right,
was supposed to not like Roddy Piper, but I
but
liked
just that the
Roddy
way he
Piper.
did his thing is like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For all the back and forth, good and bad stuff that I've done,
Mm-hmm.
that they've done, like I've never wavered and be like, oh, I don't like so and so anymore because they did this. I'm like, he probably's got a good reason for why he
Right,
did
right.
that. Yeah.
So when you went there 24 and you saw the first Thunder Mountain, what got you in the door?
I I reached out to Thunder Mountain.
Okay.
I think through their Facebook page, sent them a message that I was interested in wrestling,
Okay.
and that's how I found out that they run training.
Okay.
So they
Good.
run their own school within Thunder Mountain, teach folks how to get in the ring and
Right.
handle themselves and do what you need to do.
Is that always ongoing? Is there a limit on you'll do this for 8 weeks and you'll go, or you know, whenever you need to learn something new, just come on back. You're within our facility. How does...
Kind of more the latter there, but
Okay.
then it's a lot more of, it's more on feel as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to say a regimented curriculum of when you meet these certain gates. All right, you've done this, you're a professional wrestler.
Okay.
It's more, all right, you're able to do these things, and we trust that you're able to get into a ring and not embarrass yourself. We'll give you a shot,
Okay.
see what you can do, and proceed from there. So it's kind of, I don't think you ever really stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of always learning and getting better.
So you said you were a former tag team champion.
I was. Yeah.
Have you held any other titles?
No, that's the only title
Okay.
so far that I've held in Thunder Mountain.
But recently, you did something spectacular.
That is correct. Yeah, we had our annual Thunder Rumble, which is essentially the Thunder Mountain Wrestling equivalent of the Royal Rumble.
Right.
So 30 men enter, two guys start. Every couple minutes, another guy comes out, throw him over the top rope to get him out until one guy's left, and that one guy ends up earning a shot at the top championship in the company, which is the Thunder Mountain Heavyweight Championship.
Okay. How about this one? You're in there, or not only just for the Rumble or the Battle Royal or any other match. When you're in there and you know there are people out there cheering, booing, whatever the case may be.
I've gotten both.
Like I said, these days, or even when we experienced in the '90s, going, he's supposed to be bad, but he's getting cheered hard. Steve Austin. How well does that feed you hearing the audience on either how they react to what you're doing?
Oh, it's definitely encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it is booing or cheering, it's
Mm-hmm.
encouraging either way. So there was a time a little earlier in my career where my focus was maybe a little more on just kind of causing some pain
Yes.
and hurting some folks. And some of the folks I was causing pain to might have been folks that people liked.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I heard people booing the pain I was causing, like, oh,
Gave
I
you a
must
little,
be causing some good pain. Let me keep doing that.
let me add
Yeah.
to that.
And then, for example, the Thunder Rumble was kind of the opposite of that. Uh, see, I started at number one, and I stayed in for, this is about 80 some minutes that we were in there wrestling. And by the time I was a little tired.
80 some odd minutes, that's a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
considering how people watch other stuff and you're moving around, you're trying to catch your break when you can, but cardio, strength, and all that for that long a time, I can only imagine.
Yeah, and so I was in there against the monster Capane, very big guy,
Mm-hmm.
and gave everything I could to try and hit him with an angle slam. And after that, I was pretty spent, but I could hear them. I could hear the people,
and that's just
they
helping boost your
get
get your adrenaline back up.
and got back up and finished the job.
And now, because you won this, you move on, I believe you said, to the heavyweight champion of Thunder Mountain Wrestling.
Correct.
And who is that individual?
That is Hernandez, former LAX from TNA, and he's wrestled all over the world, Texas, Mexico, all over. Very esteemed lineage, and he won that championship actually at I'm trying to remember the show it was. It was a few months back. He's held it for a few months now.
Okay, so he's been around for a hot minute.
Yep, and he defended it at the Thunder Rumble pretty decisively. He's pretty strong individual.
You definitely look it.
Yeah. So as it stands, that kind of puts me as the number one contender for that.
Outstanding.
It should be at our annual Death Proof show in end of October.
End of October, okay. Because I saw that you guys are having a show in August, and I want to say 29th or something around that time frame.
I believe it should be the last Saturday. Excuse me, last Saturday of August.
Is that when Thunder Mountain normally has their shows?
We usually do the last Saturday. I think the only exceptions we have this year is we usually do the last Saturday of every month, minus like November, December. We usually take off. But this year we're doing a second show in October, so we'll do an October 3rd show. Out in Benson. So we'll have our end of September show. Then that next week we'll have one out in Benson, and then the end of October is the other exception because this year Halloween is the last Saturday. So we're not gonna, try and take kids away from that. Go trick-or-treating. Let them go do their trick-or-treating.
They got some other focus that they've been...
So we'll do the Saturday before, I think the 25th, I think it's for Death Proof.
What is that normally every show I would think is big show, but what is the big show for Thunder Mountain?
It'd be Death Proof.
Death Proof?
That's essentially kind of our WrestleMania for Thunder Mountain. That's when, everything's kind of been building towards that.
Outstanding. Is any future coming for you? Besides you got this match coming up, couple months, you're going to get focused on that. Obviously an Army person, we're going to cheer you.
No, I absolutely. I really just kind of take it day by day. Because you can never, especially, the Army is a good example as well, but wrestling as well, you can't take anything for granted.
Because anything can happen as for the moment.
Yeah, what you have today is not necessarily what you're going to have tomorrow. The job you have today isn't always necessarily what you're going to have tomorrow.
That's true.
Yeah. Like, hey, we're moving you here. You're doing this now. But I just learned to do this. It's like, good.
And congratulations. Now enjoy your PCS.
Yeah. I hope you wrote the SOP for the next guy so that it's easier for him. The one that you didn't have.
As soon as he comes in, he better be able to read that book and say, all right, I know what I got to do.
Yeah. Because he's not coming in until a month after you leave, and there's no train up for him. So just...
No right seat. No.
Yeah.
Any last word? Not last words. I always say last words. I don't like to say last words. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to share with the group?
Yeah. If you're in Sierra Vista here at the end of August, come out to I believe it's at the Fun Place over by where Marshalls and
okay. You're going to be behind Planet Fitness. Yeah, that's a fun place. Yeah.
So.
Okay, because I know that you guys had another place. You guys went to one of the schools off of Wilcox.
Yeah, we've popped around here and there. We've done the Prep Academy on
That's
Wilcox
the one I'm thinking
a few times. Yep. I know we've done the rodeo a couple times. We've done
the one over by the fire station.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've done a good number of shows out in Douglas.
Right.
That's kind of the back and forth. Really, more Sierra Vista and Douglas are kind of the two places kind of stretch out both sides of the county.
Right.
One
or the other.
Yeah. Outliers are like we did one in Benson, and actually that misspoke. That October 3rd show is, I believe, Wilcox.
Okay.
Benson, yeah. So like Rex Allen Days or something like that.
Oh yes. I've done some vendor events and stuff there in the past when they had that. If they wanna research more on social media, where can they find you or Thunder Mountain Wrestling?
If you just look up Thunder Mountain Wrestling on Facebook, Instagram, I think they also have a TikTok going, YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
I think the YouTube page is TMW Aftershock.
Okay.
And then if you look up the Butcher MacReady, MacReady.
Some say MacReady.
Some say MacReady.
MacReady now.
But if you know your John Carpenter movies, you know of R.W. MacReady. And
okay. And definitely you can check those links. They'll either be in the description up above or the comments below, depending on where you're watching this interview. So you don't have to rewind and double check and make sure. I said rewind. That's amazing. Go back. I don't know why I was thinking Blockbuster, but that's another story altogether. They'll be easy to find. Definitely check out his show. Definitely check out those upcoming shows too, including the big one in October.
I believe that one should be out in Douglas.
Yeah. It's worth it. Like I said, many surprises. You will be surprised. Like, for example, if you were at Eifler Fitness at the gym on post at Fort Huachuca, you got to see Dan Severin and you got to see Don Fry. Even Severin got in there and reffed a match.
Yep. Yeah, you never know who's showing up. Like I said, we've had Hernandez there. I mean, just
Hernandez.
Our Death Proof last year. We had now superstar in WWE, Danhausen.
Danhausen
was just there last
Shotzi
year.
was there.
Shotzi was at that same show. Yeah, we had Billy Gunn of DX fame.
Yep.
Yeah, they kind of keep coming.
But the amazing talent is local talent, so you definitely want to follow them. I appreciate you coming out today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Thunder Mountain Wrestling as well. Definitely go check them out. Like again I say, descriptions up above or in the comments below. That's where the links you'll be able to find. Now, coming up next week, let's see. We got another first timer coming in. Actually, we got several first-timers coming in. That's always good. It's always great getting those veteran-owned businesses, small veteran-owned businesses out there, get their name heard all over social media. You definitely want to check them out. Always different people coming. You got Navy veterans writing books. You got Air Force veterans creating a whole bunch of macrame and taking the funds, donating to special causes. And one lady had her on recently, the Army veteran who does books. She's got a very special announcement, so you'll definitely want to follow her later on. She's got something coming up very soon, and if you watch that episode, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But definitely tune in. We are going to have so much stuff, and also follow my YouTube page at @Erik, ERIKZ. Because then this will be the repeat, as well as other things for Gen X Grit, veteran-owned business, built different podcast where I get outside of Cochise County. I just posted one recently with one Mr. Bill Laramie and why he does biathlons, triathlons, while spreading the word of what he has, Usher's syndrome. So it's an amazing story. You'd want to check that out. But we are going to head out. I don't want to keep holding up this man any longer. So I don't want to get arm locked or anything. I worry about that all the time. I'm old. I'm brittle.
You're wearing the right shirt, so you're good.
And they won today 3-2 against Toronto. Oh, they almost lost it, but my boys came through. Our boys came through.
Go Cubs.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week. Bye.